All right, testing. Are we good? Are we good? We are live. We are live. Checking to see if you guys can hear. All right, testing. Are we good? Okay, we clear. We clear. All right, what's going on, everybody? This is Chris Classic, and we are here doing another episode of the Take It Home podcast. Please forgive me. I do miss you guys. I've just been busy with working, wrestling, a whole bunch of stuff, and I've just been tired. You get what I'm saying? So I still need to interview a lot of these wrestlers. I got to talk to some guys. If you guys do subscribe to me on YouTube at the Take It Home podcast, you guys know that I have been active there with car vlogs, either driving on the way to work or on the way back from work or going to shows and stuff like that. So it's not like I haven't had content or anything like that. It's just that I just haven't really went live. So thank you guys for rocking with me. I got comments already. Yes, sir. Yellow Pill. What up, Kev? I hope everything is going right with you. If you guys want to hear some great minds, not only just Yellow, but other people about certain situations with the community, with the Black community, with the community in general, subscribe to his channel, Yellow Pill Coffee Company. Also, subscribe to, I don't know if he's going to show up today, but subscribe to Sean's channel, Facebook. I need to get a mouse. Sean's channel, Critically Drinking. Shout out to everything that he continues to do with everything, man, to be hot on topics and stuff like that. But yeah, what up, y'all? I missed y'all. It's been a while. It's definitely been a while. It's great to see you guys, hear from you guys, and things like that. So it's a lot of stuff to talk about. What's going on, Robert Brown? Shout out to you, man. What's happening? It's a lot of stuff to talk about. So God is good. God bless you guys. And nobody tells you today. I love you. God loves you. Christ loves you. Doing the shout outs. This is what I have going on right now, currently, wrestling wise. We have Wrestle Riot 2. This is the second. This is Wrestle Riot. This is a big show. This is going to be in Wood Osborne Grill in Winneconne, Wisconsin. This Saturday, doors open at 5:30. Action starts at 6. Second version of the flyer. It is first time ever is TW3 versus myself, Classic Alpha. It's definitely going to be a banger. It's going to be a great match and things like that. There's other things as tag team championships. Even the person who beat me for the title has a celebration. Mark Reconcile debuts. It's going to be a lot of action. It's one thing. It's just one thing that you realize that now that wrestling will always have great action. It has everything. So I'm glad to be a part of that. In May 6th, we have The Way to May by True Privilege Wrestling. It is going to be dope. It's they're doing great things over there in True Privilege. And, you know, I'm just proud of Just Amazing and KO Kendra. So The Way to May, that's in Maywood. Tickets are $20. Front row is $25. You can get your tickets on Eventbrite. There's more shows to come between these times, but it's going to wait for the right time to announce everything and make sure everything is set in stone. And then we fast forward, we go to June 10th. That's 10, the show of our shows. That is C3 Ultimate Wrestling. We already announced 4 matches. This is June 10th, 2023. Not Juneteenth, not June 19th, 2023. The 10th of June, 2023. And on the Square Sports Academy in Crown Point, Indiana. Doors open at 1, bell time 1:30. Tickets are $15 for adults and $10 for kids. But if you go to the Eventbrite link, which I will post, if you go to the Eventbrite link that I'm sharing, and then I'll send it to you guys through DM, then you have half off. So yeah, it'd be $5 off. I'm sorry. Forgive me. It's $5 off on tickets now. So if you go to Eventbrite now through that link, it'll be $5 off. So instead of paying $15 for adults, it'll be $10. And then instead of paying $10 for kids, it'll be $5 on the Eventbrite link. So make sure you guys check that link out as well. As far as the matches are concerned, we announced 4 matches, and there are a few more I have to announce that I'm happy to announce. So we did say that Legit would defend their titles against the new team of Mike Strong and Alice J. Harm. Because we have to shake things up. If they see eye to eye, they could be unstoppable, but we'll see because Legit has always found a way to get the dub. We also have match 2 of the best of 3 series between Marcelo Spade and Aaron Stone. Spade won the last match at Press Start 2, so Stone is at the disadvantage. We also have a triple threat. We have Joseph Ira Credit versus Mike Valentine versus Mark Reconcile, a grand chance match, triple threat. So the winner of this match be the winner of the grand chance. So they can pick a match against anybody, anywhere and anytime. And if it's for a title, they can challenge for their title. So then we also have 2 young guys that's in here trying to make a name for themselves. Stampede Larkin versus Xavier Sky. Both of these guys are very young. Larkin called out Sky because Sky is a student of Just Amazing, and the ARC are very upset that Just Amazing has another title opportunity. So he says he might as well take out the next best thing. Sponsored for the show, it's Limelight Comics. They've been rocking with me for a while, so I'm definitely excited to work with them. They're working on something for the show. I'm not going to announce a lot of things. Music will be provided by Dark Hazard Beats. I don't have the graphic, unfortunately, but I will get it for the next live. It's going to be dope. We're going to make sure everything is right this time for our biggest show. We also have we're in partnership with ECUEA, East Chicago Urban Enterprise Academy. It's a academic school. What we're doing is for the final report card, if you make the honor roll, you get to come in free. The student, doesn't matter what grade you're in, the student comes in free if you make the honor roll, AB honor roll. And the person who they have one person that can come in for free with them or discounted price. So it's going to be good. Inbox me for more details. So, we are striving for academic excellence. So that's going to be dope. Like I said, all right, going back into the topics. Like I said, I'll be here for like 30 more minutes talking about like shows that are coming up in the future. So I'm gonna go to comments. Larkin gonna hurt that young boy. ARC. Hey man, I've seen Larkin work, and I've also seen Sky work. So I expect it to be a great eye opener to a lot of people who says things about the younger generation. Thoughts on this past Raw? I'll talk about it because I didn't really watch it live. I only watched like clips and stuff. I have heard that a lot of people are upset. I know that it had a lot of low ratings for companies and stuff like that, and a lot of people are mad. But I will say this: Raw after WrestleMania hasn't been like stellar for a while. Like, I mean, not saying, and I'm not saying that as just get used to it, because that is a bad thing, because usually this is the start of another season of your company or whatever like that. And it's like usually you should have a debut, call up somebody coming back or whatever like that. So, from what I've seen, the most interesting topic that people are talking about after the show was Triple H saying they're not going nowhere and Brock attacking Cody Rhodes. So, but yeah, a lot of people said it wasn't that great. They could have did better and stuff like that. From what I've seen, it just seems like a typical Raw. It didn't really seem that special to me, and I think that's what it was. And even the finish to WrestleMania Night 2 probably still left a sour taste in people's mouth. And that traveled all the way to a sour Raw. So I'm going to have my report card. All right, for sure. For sure. I want to work with more schools with that low key. So, we just got to do something, man. But yeah. Yep. True. I really can't remember that last good Raw. Yeah, it's been like that for like a few years. I just think that I don't know. Like, I don't think it's just like people are just reaching for a topic. I just think that you just expect it. Your expectations are so high. You get what I'm saying? And I think that's what it is. But I cannot remember a Raw that been like, oh my gosh, this was great. I think it was like the last great one what people talked about. I believe it was when they was in New Jersey. I forgot which WrestleMania it was. It was The Rock and Cena. I don't know if it was the first or the second bout, but everybody talked about it, and they was like making graphics calling it Raw after WrestleMania, and people were saying how great it was. I believe that was the last one. People clamored and said this was like a great Raw. Some people were even saying that it was better than WrestleMania. I believe it was that one. I could be wrong, but it is what it is when it comes to that. Yeah, night 2 hangover. Yeah. We're gonna talk about that. Night 2 was good, but it was not better than night 1. I think night 1, a lot of people left happy. Night 2, a lot of people left confused, scratching their head, and hoping for Raw to be great after Mania. And from what I've heard in the consensus, and I'm saying this because I'm not going to go into straight detail and go in on it because I didn't really watch it. To be honest, I rarely watch full live shows anyway. I'll watch a recap on Hulu and things like that, but I will watch like pay-per-views or PLEs and things like that. You know, most of the time I'm at work or I'm with my kids. I mean, after this live, I got homework I got to check and studying for my children and stuff. So, you know, being the papa, man, it comes with the responsibilities. But let me see. Let me go into more details. Shout out to everybody that's listening. Like I said, leave comments, likes, subs, anything. I answer all questions that are said. Well, in fact, I was gonna talk about the merger, whatever, but let's talk about WrestleMania real quick. I truly believe that WrestleMania was pretty good. Oh, isn't that what wrestling is about? Yes. Going home happy, if that's what you're talking about, it's yeah. A lot of people, I'll say this about the main. I do think that Cody should have won. I do think that would have been, I think people would have said this was one of the greatest WrestleManias of all time if Cody took the dub. I understand why Roman won. Like, if you put it on a drawing board, but as far as going home, like, don't get me wrong, bad guys can like be victorious and have a great celebration and things like that. I mean, even when Rhea beat Charlotte, but even with that, it was just like people are tired of Charlotte and don't like Charlotte anyway. But you get what I'm saying? I am curious, but I'm not as curious as to how they're going to, quote unquote, finish the story for Cody. But yeah, I think Cody should have had the dub, or they could have did something to where he won the WWE title and Roman kept the Universal, since he's breaking a record with the Universal title. Like, they could have even did something like that. But like I said, even outside of this match, WrestleMania 1 night 1 was better than WrestleMania night 2. You know what I'm saying? So the kids are good. The wife is good as well. Thank you for asking. I hope everything is going great with your family. They should have Cody win the title at SummerSlam. That might be what they're leading to. Like I said, from the outside looking in, having Cody feud with Brock who feuds with Roman and all of that stuff, I see that. But like, and SummerSlam is a top 4 PLE for WWE. But WrestleMania is the mecca. You get what I'm saying? So I do think it was better for Cody to win at WrestleMania. Like even look at like the Bianca Belair story, right? When Becky came back at SummerSlam, she beat Bianca in seconds, and people were upset. And it was like, wait for it, let's wait for the story to finish. And then it ended at WrestleMania with Bianca being victorious. And it worked great. You get what I'm saying? But then now it's the top show, and then now it's SummerSlam. So he might. You get what I'm saying? I don't know. There's like 3 shows that are like overseas before SummerSlam. So we'll see where they go from there. I enjoyed night 2 better than night 1. And that's cool. That's cool. Like, I don't want to say like night 2 was like bad and like horrible or nothing like that. I thought it was pretty good. I thought the wrestling was solid. But if I did have to choose, like if I had to choose to watch one over and over, which I'm probably going to rewatch some stuff anyway, it'll probably be night one. My biggest gripe was that Bobby didn't wrestle. He just lugged the Andre the Giant trophy around. So no long-term storytelling. So what do you mean by that before? I don't want to just say I don't want to just say something and then be wrong. So I want to be clear because I think I know what you're talking about, C, but I just want to be sure. They threw Cody in the ocean. They threw Cody in the ocean with the ancestors or whatever Killmonger said. I mean, Cody, ain't he like half Cuban? He got like a Cuban mom. The Cody ship has sailed. Now, it's a possibility. I mean, I don't think it's going to be that big as it would have been at WrestleMania. I do think that if he wins it, the crowd will go crazy. But like I said, the trigger should have been pulled at WrestleMania. They could even had a controversial finish about him having the WWE title. Like if one of the things is outside wrestling wise, if you just want to keep the Universal title on Roman so he can break the record, that's one thing. You know what I'm saying? But who knows? It could be something about this merger as well. But going outside of this match, what I saw was solid. A lot of the matches on both nights, they were solid. Hold on, I want to see what C-Red says. If Cody gets another shot at SummerSlam, then it will mean way more. The chase. That's what I mean. Okay, that's what I thought you meant. I thought you was like, no, like there was no long-term storytelling, but then I was like, no, he might be. Yeah, I do think, and I'll be there for it. I'll be happy if he wins it for that. You know, like WWE has done a great job with making compilations of a storyline. So like, even if you don't watch wrestling or if you want somebody to watch it, you show that. For example, like a couple weeks ago, I was looking at the Bloodline. They made like a Bloodline story arc, which WWE should do more of, because it wasn't just a 10-minute clip. It was like an hour and 30 minutes long. So you can look at how the Bloodline formed and everything leading up to even Cody going into it, the Sami Zayn things, the Kevin Owens, Jey Uso, Jey Solo. Like, it was all, like, to me, that is how you do a storytelling. That's how you refresh. Now, Cody winning at SummerSlam, I do feel like that's going to happen. You get what I'm saying? Do I wish it was at WrestleMania? Yes. But the long-term storytelling is, okay, he has to work his way back. Now he has to go against the Beast, Brock Lesnar. Now he has to fight his way up to, you know, it happens. It's like a movie. Like, it's like a movie and things like that. So I do think it is interesting. Like, my wife was cheering and rooting when Roman beat Cody, and I had to show Kev was there. She was happy because she was like, don't take it from him, you know, you don't need to take it from him and stuff like that. And that's fine. You know, I think a lot of people like really doing some Crips and Blood stuff. Leave it alone, Cam. Leave my stuff alone. I got your own stuff. Had to be a daddy. People are turning to Crips and Bloods about the whole situation, but I do think that Cody will be great. I think Cody is a great storyteller. And I always talk about in wrestling that there's not a lot of storytellers. There's not a lot of good storytellers because some people don't know how to work a story. I think Cody it's only a few people can do what Cody do. And I do think that people will be standing on their feet being very happy when Cody wins it at SummerSlam. Hopefully he wins it at SummerSlam. If he doesn't win it at SummerSlam, yeah, it was hilarious. It was very hilarious. Yeah, because she knows, like, y'all know my wife. Yeah, she knows and stuff like that. I was shocked. No, my leave it alone. Kids, man. I got my own collection of toys and stuff, and everybody coming down here messing with mine. Go mess with y'all. Leave my Sonic alone. Mama. Stop. Go play with your alien. You got their own toy. Girl. Anyway, I'll get off of this. But going back to WrestleMania was good. I just think that like some people, like one match could really like ruin it for people, which is crazy to me. But it Is there any specific match besides that one you guys do want to talk about before I start saying things? Let me see. Let me go back to the home screen. All right, there we go. Like even like some people were upset of Cena losing to Theory, and I'm like, Cena cannot commit a lot of time to WWE. Like this dude is doing movies, Hulu commercials, YouTube commercials, hefty bag commercials, security commercials, commercials, all that. See, Red, you should hire him to do some commercial for those cookies because the cookies are on point. Yeah, buddy, that'll be the next one. That'll definitely be the next one. Stop! Don't do that, Kev. Don't do it, Kev. Kev, don't do it. Not yet. Hold on, Kev. Cena and Theory was just straight and to the point. You know, some people probably was upset that Super Cena didn't show up. He got pinned by one move and it was a low blow. I thought it was good. You know, a lot of people say stuff about Theory. I think this was good because it wasn't that long ago. I was like, I felt that WWE did him filthy by having him cash in for the United States title and didn't win it. So we'll see. The sky's the limit for Theory. I do like Theory. You know, I know a lot of people are saying that's Vince's boy and all that, but I do like Theory. You know, sky's the limit. We'll see. You know, I'll probably do a video soon about the future of WWE. I will say WWE, but I don't know what's going to happen. We'll talk about that too. Yes, Mama. What's stuck? Help your sister get that card out. But yeah, that was good. Okay. A lot of people are saying that this is actually match of both shows. Shout out to everybody that's coming into the chat. Make sure you subscribe, leave comments. We just talking about WrestleMania. We just talking about some wrestling. Intercontinental Championship was great. Gunther versus Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus. Banger. The thing was, it was physical. And a lot of people don't do physical matches like that. A lot of people are scared to lay it in. Wrestlers know what I mean when I say that. And to me, they did great. I think stop, Cam. I think the cameraman, he did great, or she did great, whoever it was. They did great by when it was stay on two people in the ring. You wouldn't even think about the third person and stuff like that. Then all of a sudden they come out of nowhere. The crowd loving Sheamus, wanting Sheamus to be that Grand Slam champion. That was a big thing too that I noticed. People cheering and they loving Sheamus. They wanted Sheamus to be victorious and things like that. Even to the point to when Drew pulled Sheamus' leg when Sheamus did the bro kick to Gunther. I want to call Gunther Walter so bad. Hold on, Mama. I want to call him Walter so bad, but even the spot where, what was it? I think Sheamus pinned Drew, and if you watched it on TV, Sheamus pinned Drew. You heard people saying no, chanting and screaming. Then Gunther did a splash on both of them. Then powerbomb Sheamus on Drew, and then powerbomb Drew and won. Like the ending was just great. Their chest was so red chest people. And I even seen Gunther flinching. Cam, do me a favor. Get your paper, your homework. Just give it here, because your sister walking all over it. Like even Gunther as the heel and the strong guy, the ring general. Like it was a great match, like for a triple threat. Now I know a lot of people say things about like triple threats and things like that, but they did a great job, and I think they all should be proud. I heard a report. I don't know if this is 100% true, but they were saying Vince was in the back talking to Gunther saying, I was wrong. If that's true, good for Gunther, man, because that man, he lost a lot of weight. He still looks serious, a serious wrestler. Like he's doing his thing. You want to say hi or something?
Hi.
Okay. All right, y'all. My baby want to say hi.
Hi.
No, come here.
Wait.
Say hey.
Hi.
All right. You want to say hi to him?
Hi.
Everybody wants to say hi when I go live. They missed y'all too. All right. Chopper style. Yeah, that's what it was. Chop. Thoughts on Usos. Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Stop it.
Did you hear about Vince sending some dude to stop Seth? Yeah, but some people like went with a narrative saying that he was mad. I don't know. All he did was look up. So, like I said, Vince is in charge. Vince is gonna do how he wants. But one thing I will say this about the situation. It's funny when things go bad when it comes with like creative or story, people will blame Vince for everything, even if it's Triple H. I'm just saying. I don't know who is who, but I don't think all of it is Vince, and I don't think all of it is Paul. They say, hey. Yep, everybody saying hi to y'all. But yeah, that triple threat was great and it was intense. Now, a lot of people put that down. A lot of people look at matches and I don't like the quote unquote indie-rific stuff. But a lot of people would study that kind of stuff and then do that on the show. Like if it's something with a cutter, top rope, something, people will do that and they'll study the psychology or lack thereof in that match. I think that if people did want to study something about being intense and having ring stage presence and ring presence, study that one. This is true. Be careful. Leave that alone. That's not a toy. Kids, y'all. It's not a toy. Y'all got all these toys in the world and y'all sitting here playing with that stuff. But Cam, get off of that. Get off of that. I'm gonna send y'all upstairs. No, not on my couch. I can't have my man cave. But going back into it, the triple threat is a match that I do think that a lot of people should study about intensity and about presence and stuff like that. And even believability. All of these guys made that belt seem more prestigious. Like, I want to win that title, so I would do anything. You get what I'm saying? How they jumped Gunther and how they was chopping each other. It was very intense. Yes, true wrestling. It's all love in the chat. The Usos and versus Sammy and Kevin. It was very good. Y'all know how I feel about them super kicks, and man, did they have a lot of super kicks. My only takeaway, bad thing, besides like the super kicks, like the match was good. The story was amazing. I just wish Sammy would act like he sold him a little more after winning the titles. Like, I do know it's an emotional moment because of the history of Sammy and Kevin. But it was a good match. You thought that they was killing that man with them super kicks. How they isolate. I think the Usos showed great teamwork, even as bad guys, on isolating one person to focus on the other person. I think that's really missing in wrestling nowadays. I think people just wait for a hot tag, but they really did do a thing, cutting off the ring, cutting Kevin off, taking Kevin out, and also beating up Sammy and stuff. They did a great job with that. The crowd was already behind Sammy, and I know a lot of people. It really was. Like, the Usos' thighs was probably red after the match. It was about as red as them shoes if they wore those red shoes they usually wear. So, yes, Sammy is a great worker. Sammy knows how to get people behind him. He knows how to sell without selling injury. He can sell his face, He can do things. Jim Cornette talks about facials and stuff. He knows he's very good at that. And people were still behind Sammy. I know a lot of people were upset that Sammy didn't beat Roman at the Elimination Chamber. But at the same time, I knew that they still would be be happy if him and Kevin won the tag titles. Like, a lot of us were already calling that. And people was like, oh, well, it doesn't mean anything. And that's like kind of even in the Cody situation. Hey, I'm going to make y'all go upstairs, okay? Y'all need to stop. But going back into it, it was good. Like I said, the super kicks, very excessive. But the end, got it. Like, even how Sammy did the 3 haluva kicks and stuff like that. And then when Jimmy tried to get involved, Kevin hit him with the stunner and stuff. It was great. It was a great way to end night one, main event WrestleMania. It was emotional. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't cry, but it kind of got you, because if you know their history and what they have done, it works. So it was a decent main event. A lot of people even debated that Rhea and Charlotte should have main evented night one, but I think that the bigger feeling was for that storyline, for part of the storyline to close, but it's not closed yet. But you get what I'm saying. So the two most hated by Jim Cornette. I wouldn't like. He doesn't like Sammy and Kevin, but they're not the most hated. We all know the three most hated of Jim Cornette, and that's Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks. Those are the three most hated. I don't think he hates them the most. I think he dislikes them. Is certain things that he said that they acted like and they've done that he don't like. But he even admitted on his channel, you know, it was a feel-good moment, you know. Yeah, it was, you know, with Kev and Sammy, like, you know, just imagine like if somebody I started with, like Just Amazing or something, we at WrestleMania or something like that, or anybody I'm cool with, it'll be good. So yeah, I gotta look at it again, man. I gotta look at it again. Because as soon as he got up there and Kevin showed up, I was like, oh, here we go. He about to hit him with another haluva kick. So. Oh, Vince Russo. That's also that's up there. Yeah, he hates Russo too. He hates Russo. He can't stand Meltzer. Stop, Maya. Stop. Do you hear me? Yeah. So he hates Meltzer. The thing with Meltzer though, he says Meltzer doesn't know he doesn't like him, and he still emails him, even though he says on his podcast he doesn't really like him. But yeah, he hates Russo too. So I say Russo is definitely up there, especially when it comes to Attitude Era storylines. Why do kids want to be so bad? Yep, it was definitely beautiful storytelling. Yeah, Russo is one time. Russo, especially when it comes to storylines, because when the good storylines in the Attitude Era are brought up, Vince is going to say it's him, and then Jim is like, no, you're full of BS, it was me. Bad things show up, oh, it's Jim, and Jim's like, no, this was all you're doing, like the Brawl for All and stuff like that. So yeah, you're right, because that's some personal hate right there. So Kevin's second year main event in WrestleMania. Yep. Oh yeah, that's right. Last year he went against Stone Cold. That was actually a good match. So you can tell like those guys are for sure going to be company men. You know, Kevin and Sammy. There's nothing wrong with that. You get what I'm saying? A lot of both of these guys, they've done great job. You know, putting people over, doing storylines. You know, Sammy went against Johnny Knoxville last year, and then Kevin went against Stone Cold. You know, a lot of people were under the rumor tree believing that like Kevin wanted to be out of his contract and stuff like that, and a lot of people were upset. And then you fast forward, and you know, sometimes patience is a virtue, and sometimes people are just company men, and people be like, oh well, they go somewhere and be treated better. I'm like, sometimes it doesn't work like that. You get what I'm saying? Yes. Stop, Maya. All right, what up, Brett? Shout out to you and everything you do, man. Hopefully you still listen. If not, I understand. I'll be at work most of the time. I can't listen to a lot of stuff too. So sometimes I gotta go back to it. Next year main event should be Jim. Nah, that's not gonna happen. I don't even think Jim wants to go back to WWE at all or anything. You know, he just doing his own thing. You know, he just likes, you know, talking about it. Shout out to Jim. Going back into it, what was some other matches I liked? It was like one. Cam, leave that alone, son. Like night one had some good matches. Rey Mysterio versus Dominic Mysterio was good. Now, as great as that match was, from the entrances to the end, boy, that referee was letting slaps and belts, whippings, getting whippings, baby boy getting a whipping. He let it all slide, and I enjoyed all of it. I thought it was good. Dominique acted like he was in a correctional facility, coming out with the truck. We're going to go to Balor and Edge because I may be in the minority about that match. We'll go into it shortly. Yeah, we're going to get into it real quick. I'm in the minority on this match. I'm going to say it now. Ray and Dominic was pretty good. If this is, I would have thought it was Ray's last match, but it's not according to Raw. So who knows? Maybe his next match might be his last. You know, it's not. Get down. It's not a lot of us who can say they're going to wrestle their son in WWE, let alone WrestleMania. And like I said, Dom was one of those guys that I think a lot of people wasn't going to like anyway, regardless of how good he was or talented he was and stuff, because somebody's going to find something. And don't get me wrong, I do think he should have went to NXT and kind of sharpened his skills. But I think Dom has done great. I think the whole story was great. I think Ray was great. Like the Judgment Day involvement was great. Like Ray didn't want to hit his son because it's his son. And they kept teasing it. Like Dom would push him and punch him and do all of this stuff. And then when he finally decked him, like people went crazy. And this wasn't even at WrestleMania. You know what I'm saying? So like anticipation. It's more wrestling needs that. Everything is not always about just action. Sometimes it's just about that in anticipation. And when Ray hit him and then was like, I'll accept the challenge, it was dope. Like the entrances, like I said, with Dom having his dad mask and coming out with the officers and stuff, I loved it. And then Ray coming in with a lowrider, Snoop Dogg driving it. The game is to be sold, not told. The lights in the back, and then Latino Heat playing a little bit. And I want to say, WrestleMania 39, both nights had a lot of representation for the Hispanic culture and everything. So shout out to them for doing that. Not even just with them two, but with everything else. You know what I'm saying? And I said this when me and Kevin had our watch along for WrestleMania 39. We'll probably do one for the next shows too, if we both are busy. But it was good. The action was good. The emotion was there. Dom with his sister getting in the face of his mom. Ray with the belt. People going crazy with the with it. Judgment Day. Bad Bunny getting involved. All of it was great. The action was solid. I loved it all. I even liked Ray's gear. You know, it was dope. It was like a tribute to the Flash and the Great Muta. Like go into some chats about it. Another story that worked. Ray was awesome. Dominic came into his own. Yes, Dominic has come into his own. And I think that a lot of people realize how people didn't like him. So yeah, I did some jail time. Like we know people in real life that be like, I did some time and was just like fake G in it, if that makes sense, being a fake G and stuff. So Dom did well. And then to have his dad, his sister, and his mom involved and going to their house, like it worked because they invested so much into it. And that's what I be saying with storylines. Usually if a wrestler can invest into it, it can be interesting no matter how crazy it is. So Don Mayer had the best entrance of night one. Yeah, that was a good entrance. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Oh man. One of Bianca's dances. Yeah, they talked about that. And like I said, praying for her, praying for the family and everything like that, even Triple H got choked up about it, and he talked about it. Sometimes life happens and life can hurt. You know what I'm saying? The healing process sometimes takes longer than others and things like that. And sometimes we still have to live. And the little baby girl, she still danced her heart out and did everything with the group and everything. Like just watching it, you wouldn't even knew that she was going through any kind of pain of losing her mother and stuff like that. And that's sometimes what we have to do in life to show strength and stuff like that. Even for a once in a lifetime opportunity, this may be something that'll help her cope and deal with that. So like I said, I am praying for her and I'm praying for the family and everything like that. And shout out to WWE for doing something like that. It was dope to see the Make-A-Wish kids with John Cena and stuff like that. And then when Bianca had the Divas of Compton, I believe that's what their name was. It was good. It was dope. It was very, very dope. You guys know me, like I love kids and stuff like that. And to see that, like both of them, it just made me smile. And y'all know how much I love Bianca with everything that she does and things like that. Her success is like very natural, if that makes sense. Yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. Like, yeah, man, stuff be getting to me, man. Stuff be getting to me. Let's see. I'm gonna have y'all ride with me real quick because I gotta cook a side. I know this is so unprofessional, but we gonna do this. Balor versus Edge. All right. I'm gonna talk about this as I cook this side. It's gonna be rice. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. With Balor versus Edge. I didn't care for it. Yeah, that gash was that hold on, Cam, stop. That gash was nasty. Hey. That gash was nasty from the ladder. And it was just weird. Hey, stop. I'm cooking. Maya, do you want to watch TV? Go watch TV. I gotta cook. That gash was nasty. Hey, Cam, put on Diana. All right, let me know if y'all hear me, cause yeah, that and cut that down some. That gash was nasty. I didn't care for the match though, and I hate to say it. I think I talked myself out of the match. I talked myself out of the match because I have nothing against Edge. I just wasn't excited about it, and I'm the one that said that Hell in a Cell should be like at WrestleMania or a big event. It shouldn't have its own pay-per-view. Like I can do with that. And then I was like, oh, like it was okay. A lot of people were expecting Christian Cage and Gangrel to show up to be a part of the Brood because they was talking about that. Hold on, Mama. No. And it didn't happen. I'm not gonna say I believed it. Mama, you're gonna have to stop. Yeah. But then it was Brood Edge. And ask Kevin. Kevin no. I laughed. Like, what is this Edge different from the Grit Edge? Y'all remember Grit Edge? It was Grit Edge when it was him and Beth versus who was it? Was it Finn and Rhea Ripley? You had a Grit Edge, and then now you got a Brood Edge. And then the Titantron can't move. Go sit down. The Titantron didn't make it no better because his Titantron said Brood Edge on it. So, like I said, it was okay. It wasn't something that like I'm gonna watch again, but it was okay. That's it. I just didn't like it. When I say, I would even say that was my least favorite match of WrestleMania. Both nights.
Cam, get out the way.
Cam, go upstairs. Go lay down. Go lay down. Y'all do too much. But anyway, yeah. Brood Edge took me out. Yeah, it was like his entrance, okay, I guess it's special. Then he had the Brood on the back. You know, I'm sure they did try to get like Gangrel and stuff like that. But like Brood Edge, like what was the difference? Yeah, I see my mom. I was like, what was the difference between Grit Edge and regular Edge? Like you was talking about the devil and all this stuff. Get out, mama. You was talking about like the devil and stuff. I'm like, Edge has been talking about the devil, like the devil stuff and the iconoclasm shirts and all that. Like, I didn't see like nothing much different. Finn being the demon was dope. He had purple sage. He was coming out with the purple sage in slow motion. Took the John Morrison information. Mama, you know, you're gonna have to wait. So purple sage and all of that stuff, but it was okay. Mama, you're gonna have to sit down, okay? You want your belt? Okay, you're gonna have to wait. Daddy about to cook, okay? No, I'm about to cook. But anyway, yeah, like I said, the aesthetic was good, but Brood Edge, like, do we really need like another like a Brood Edge? Like, it could have still been like Grit or Evil Grit Edge or something. Like, to me, it was okay. Y'all lucky we on live, but but going back into it, it was okay. The gash was disgusting, and they did zoom ins on Edge, and Edge was like looking mad, but you can tell Edge was concerned. I wish I took a screenshot on how Edge was looking, because he was like, but it looked like he really, you know, was concerned, and rightfully so. You know, nobody really want that. You know, we don't want other people to be hurt like that. You get what I'm saying? So with that, cooking with Chris, yes. My wife made chicken, so I'm doing rice. Now, if you guys are familiar with my post 2 weeks ago, I said cooking rice is stressful. But brother Atlas J. Horn, he told me a secret on how to make good rice. And last week I made good rice. So shout out to Atlas and everything like that. Atlas will also be at 10, the show of shows. As you know, I'm going to promote it now since I'm here. Since we are cooking with Chris right now. He will be in a tag team match. So shout out to him. Shout out to him for helping me out because I definitely needed some help. Going back into it. Oh, shoot. One of my favorite animes, DBZ. Yeah, Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, I haven't watched Super or anything like that, but going back into it, yeah, Ed's like looking and concerned, like I understood it, and then even like Finn, he tried to like get up after being like stapled together and stuff, and he tried to act like a demon, and then Ed started attacking him again. It just looked awkward, like it just looked a little awkward to me, but it was still good. It was solid. Outside of the red chairs and purple tables, like I don't know if they went to Party City. You know, me and Kev talked about. Like I said, we did it when we did that watch along, man. We had a good time. Shout out to Midnight Snack. I don't know if she watches here or anything like that, but shout out to everything that she does as well because she was cracking jokes. But going back into it, it was okay. And then Finn doing a double stomp onto the edge, and then Edge moved, and then he landed on the table through the table. I was kind of scared because everybody was just talking about the Dante Martin spot that weekend as well, but he was okay. And then even the concerto, like you get scared of that kind of stuff. But what did y'all think? Did y'all enjoy the Hell in a Cell? Was it good? Was it one of y'all favorite matches and things like that? Because to be honest, when I used to play SmackDown versus Raw or SmackDown 2, Just Bring It and stuff like that, or Know Your Role on the PlayStation, I used to love Hell in a Cell matches. I still love Hell in a Cell matches, and I love the fact that it was regular color. It wasn't red or anything like that. So I will say that. But did you guys enjoy it? What did you guys like about it? Yeah, I did feel like Edge could have took that. I do feel like Edge definitely could have took that. He definitely could have took that. That he definitely could have went to that table, especially after everything that went on with Finn being busted open and stuff. You know. But yeah, to me, I don't want to say it wasn't. I wouldn't say like the worst, as in it was a terrible match. I just didn't like it like that. So that's my opinion. If like I said, if you guys liked it, let me know. Everybody that's coming in, make sure you like, comment, leave a comment or a question. I'm answering everything. Make sure you subscribe to the Take It Home Podcast, the channel that's at the top on YouTube. Check out C3 Ultimate Wrestling too. We got a show coming up. It's gonna be dope. What's another match? I know we're not in order. We just randomly talking right now. We just moving and grooving, cooking with Chris. Rice. White rice. White rice. I will go back downstairs, but I already know that white rice will be brown rice. And I'm not talking about the healthy kind. But yeah, what's another match that we want to talk about real quick before I throw one out there? Swinging stuff. What did y'all think of Brock versus Omos? Did y'all enjoy that one? I enjoyed Brock versus Omos. That was the beginning of night 2. I enjoyed it. It was short and sweet, and that's what it needed. It needed to be. It definitely needed it to be a short match. Hey, I'm gonna throw it in the garbage if it right. But Brock versus Omos, that was it was a good match. It was short and sweet. It didn't need to be long or shorter than what it was. I thought it was good. My Kevin, stop. My only issue with the match. It's not even the match. It's just where do we go with Omos now? Like, obviously they like him. You get what I'm saying? They like Omos, but he's losing at pay-per-views. He's losing to former champions. He lost to Bobby, he lost to Braun, and he lost to Brock. Now, the matches are good and all of that stuff, but if this dude is supposed to be a beast or whatever like that, what's up, mama? What? What, mama? No, I'm about to be done, okay? Okay? But yeah, Omos, mama, you're gonna fall because you're doing that on purpose. But yeah, like, where do we go with Omos? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, at pay-per-views, he lose. That's bars right there. Like, what are we gonna do? Like, are y'all gonna build him up for a secondary title? Is he just gonna be like the muscle? Is he gonna be like the heavy? Is he gonna do like a Tamina role to a lot of other smaller wrestlers and stuff like that? Like, I know a lot of people are clamoring for the Hurt Business to come back. A lot of we're gonna talk about Snoop. I know a lot of people are clamoring to for the Hurt Business to come back, but I'm one of those ones. What? Grapes? But I don't want the Hurt Business to come back because they're not going to be in the main event. Oh my! They're not going to be in the main event. Like we know that you guys want 5 guys to come back and be together and get new people. Or you think they're going to fight Roman? You think they're going to fight anybody in the top titles? You know that's not going to happen. Give my baby some food. I'm sorry, y'all. Fatherhood came in. And I forgot I had to make some rice. But going back into it, yeah, Omos is one of those guys, like, you know, you see videos of him talking to The Undertaker. You see a lot of these Hall of Famers talking to him and trying to show him how to be a big man and how to work. But I'm like, at the same time, that's cool that y'all believe in him, but how many losses can this man be until it's credible? Until it's like he's no longer credible. Just a big dude that loses a lot. That's like even Braun Strowman, right? Before he got released. Braun Strowman at one point was built pretty good. But then he kept losing a lot. He kept getting beat. He kept being fed to Brock. He kept getting fed to Roman. Then eventually, before he got released the first time, he was fed to Bobby. Because Bobby was about to be, you know, the almighty with the championship and stuff. So, with that being said, and I made videos about you need to have big guys. You need to have giants. You need to have unstoppable monsters. You need to have monsters and stuff like that. But then when you have them, you keep having them lose, what makes them special? If Andre the Giant kept losing in his matches and stuff like that, eventually people probably will be like, okay, he's big, but he loses a lot. He loses credibility when it runs in the count. I'm not in the matches that count. I'm not saying that Raw and SmackDown matches don't count, but when people are paying for this and looking at this stuff, like we all knew that Brock was going to win. Like there was no way that Omos was going to win. And shout out to Brock for picking him up the way he did. And shout out to Omos as well. So, but yeah, the thing is, it's just like, what do we do with Omos? What do we do with Omos now? Like Brock, you know, everybody's looking at Raw. We see that it's gonna be Brock and Cody, and that's something that a lot of people buy and invest in as well. Because I think that they could tell a great story. Because once again, and I know a lot of people talk about Brock, but Brock, he's a great storyteller. He really can tell a great story if he's motivated to. And I hope and pray that he is motivated to do a great story with Cody. Because Cody's also a great storyteller. All right. Going back into it. Yeah, let Bobby do his thing. Yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I do wish Bobby had something, but I don't know what's going on with Bray Wyatt. You know what I'm saying? And I've been on record to say that, like, when Bray said he wanted the winner of Brock versus Bobby, I was like, I don't want to see him go against Brock, and I don't want to see him go against Bobby, and I didn't. So I don't know what everything's going on with him. Maybe WWE had cold feet. There were reports that Brock said no. That's a punch in the gut, literally, when somebody don't want to work with you. But then again, do we really want to see Brock try to act like he's scared or worried? He'd probably be laughing at the Uncle Howdy and all of the other stuff. So I don't know if it's for protection of Bray's character or what. They started something with Bobby, and maybe they was like, well, dang, we don't want Bobby to look like this, because maybe they're going to build Bobby to go against Roman, you know. I appreciate it. Yeah, almost they could do it right. They could build him up to be a good contender or whatever like that. Because like I said, he has a lot of high praise from like The Undertaker and stuff like that. But we'll see. We'll see where it goes from there. Not Cody, I say Bobby. I just know it won't be Bobby though. That's the thing. You know, it just won't be. It won't be. I don't want to say his time has passed, but they're investing in something else right now. And I think it is Cody. I do think Cody will eventually take the title from Roman. But I don't think it'll be Bobby anytime. I don't think it'll be Bobby anytime soon. I don't know if Bobby's going to slow down or not or whatever, but you know, he is showing how much of a serious wrestler he is. So, there we go. All right, hold on, I got a lot of comments. Thank y'all. Shout out to y'all. All right, so what up, Steve? Well, the swerve was there. Lesnar said by the people at a taping, it was a swerve. Some might have bet on Omar since Lesnar was going to do business on the way out the door. Yeah. And, you know, a lot of people sold into it. I've heard small things about it, but I just feel like it was just no way, because I'm not sitting here saying like Omos is a big dude, and you know he's like very, very clunky. So some of his matches, they kind of do have to be short, especially if he's going against guys on Raw. Those matches aren't going to last long. When you're going against like former champions like Braun and Brock and Bobby, Triple B's, you know, you got to be in there for a little longer than what it was. You know, my thing was, a lot of people forget that people do want to see, can Bobby, like some of us know that Brock can lift him up, but some people don't. You know, kids and even like casual fans, they'll be like, okay, there's no way that this dude can pick up this 7'3", 400-pound guy, even though, you know, many of us seen him do it to Brock, do it to the Big Show, when Big Show was like heavier and bigger and looked uncomfortable. Y'all remember when he used to wear the singlet with the black pants and the cast? Y'all remember that Big Show? Don't act like y'all don't. But going back into it, that's what that was. What y'all think of Bianca and Asuka? I thought it was good. I thought Bianca and Asuka was a pretty good match. I thought they did good. I know a lot of people, they were salty on the build up, but I think for what they did, I thought it was pretty nice. I thought they did good. Teasing with the mist, teasing with the hair, the entrance. Both entrances were very good. Like I said, man, I don't know if I'm just more into social media or whatever, but man, a lot of people was frustrated with a lot of endings in matches. A lot of people didn't like that Asuka lost, and I believe she's on 5 at WrestleMania. A lot of people didn't like that Cena lost. A lot of people didn't like that Cody lost. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people was upset with some of the match endings and things like that. What up, DeAndre? Shout out to you. I love Bianca. She does a lot. Yes, and not only does she do a lot for the culture, she does a lot for a lot of stuff for the community and stuff. Like, she's, you know, and a lot of people be like, okay, she's a champ, she's supposed to do that, but you know, you can tell like it's a genuine feeling that she wanted to do. You get what I'm saying? That's a genuine feeling she wants to do and things like that. And like, with representation is a good thing, but not only do you see black kids dressed up like Bianca. You see white kids, you see mixed kids, you see Mexican kids. You see a lot of kids of different cultures and different ethnicities. And yes, I do have this on while I'm cooking rice. You have kids with a lot of ethnicities and things that dress like that. I saw a little white girl. She had her ponytail, blonde ponytail, swinging it in front, and then Bianca swinging her hair and stuff like that. Like that's the kind of stuff that I like being and stuff like that. Like don't get me wrong, like I got videos and stuff with all kind of fans and stuff, all kind of colors and stuff, and it's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? Bianca is that one. Like I said, her victory and her success in wrestling, it is so natural because it feels like she deserves this and stuff like that. Same thing with even Bobby Lashley and Big E, and even Kofi. Even though Kofi wasn't scheduled to win, if you guys really, you guys know the story on that. I'm not saying that I messed up the rice, but it is getting stressful now. I need some help. It might be salt. I doubt it. Put some thing really cool off. But anyway, going back into it, yeah, Bianca did her thing. Asuka did her thing. Like I know a lot of people were upset with Asuka not winning or whatever like that, but it was great. It was solid. If anything, the only complaint I had about Asuka's losing at WrestleMania is she should have beat Charlotte when she went there the first time instead of Charlotte winning, because even after she won, they interviewed Asuka about losing. How do you feel about losing? And Asuka said, "I'm happy I lost," and she was smiling. Why would somebody say that? Why would somebody say that? Why did y'all make her say, "I'm happy I lost my undefeated streak and I lost the opportunity to be a champion"? Why would you say that? Why would you say that? It was second best tonight too. Top 5 match of the weekend. Get up. Get up. Get up. Go sit on the bed. No, go sit on the bed. Here, eat some grapes. Sit down and eat. Kids, man. Kids. So hit her baby toe. She hit the baby toe and didn't cry yet. You know that pain when you know it's coming? That's the worst when you hit your toe and you gotta wait like 5-6 seconds for the pain to come in. It's like, what do you do? Yeah, top 5. It was good. Bianca gives me the Hulkamania feels as far as dealing with kids. Yes. I think even Mercedes and Naomi did the same thing. They did the same thing. Like when you go to the social media, all it is a lot of fans dressed like them or fan art and stuff. This rice is risotto. Oh man, you gotta diss me like that, bro. I'm hurt, bro. Why you talking about my rice, man? I'm gonna fix it. It's still risotto. I'm gonna fix it. I do like rice, so I'm gonna fix this. I got time. But yeah, Bianca was good. Somebody else had a comment I'm about to take care of too. Hey man, Kev, man, why you going my rice like that, bro? You don't have to do that. My favorite match probably, the triple threat was very good. Like I said, a lot of people said that the main event of night 2 was great. The triple threat was great. The tag match was great. With the Usos and Sammy and Kevin. Rhea and Charlotte, a lot of people said like that was great. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people really love like those 4 or 5 matches and things like that. So all of those were great. Charlotte and Rhea, my. Like that kind of match that they had, and it's no diss to female wrestlers that's on the independent scene or in the majors. There's not a lot of women that'll do all the stuff that they did in that match, Charlotte and Rhea. Face landing on your face, getting cut up. Charlotte knows with the ring burn and hitting each other and that intense and physical. A lot of people will look away from certain things, especially some women wrestlers and stuff like that. Not saying all, but some will. I think they did great. They all did great. I thought Charlotte and Rhea, they did a great job. That was also, in the words of C-Red, long-term storytelling, because what was it, 2 years ago that Charlotte beat Rhea for the NXT title, I believe. I believe it was the NXT title at WrestleMania or something. She beat her, or was it the SmackDown? No, NXT. It was one title, God knows it. This was a COVID Mania. This was when they didn't have any crowd. And then it was like beefing and feuding, and then like Asuka got involved in it. But yeah, their match was good. Their matches was intense. Rhea's German suplexes to Charlotte, and Charlotte landed on her face. I think she did a top rope one, and then she did a regular one standing. Phenomenal. Like, that's crazy. Like I said, there's not a lot of women that do that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? There's not a lot of women that are go in the ring and do what they did. Yeah, what do y'all think about that? Y'all enjoyed that match? And a lot of people are saying that was match of the night too. Hey, y'all made me choose. Y'all made me try to pick. Cause I honestly in a little bit, okay? Cause I didn't plan to go over every match. But shoot, we dang near did already. Except like 2 matches. Hold on. Yeah, it's like the only ones we didn't really talk about was like the multi-person tag match, and then we also didn't talk about the 6 women's match. The 6 women's match. And like I said, those was decent too. I forgot. Not the Rock. Snoop with the Weeple's elbow. Shout out to Kevin. The Weeple's elbow, because Shane tore his quad. That was crazy. Like, first of all, I didn't expect Shane to even come back because of what he did at that WrestleMania where he was like the Final Four. So I definitely wasn't expecting Shane to come back. So, he was already tired coming down that ramp. And I said I need like a ice cream bicycle truck or something to drive all the way down there, because I'm not supposed to just run down there. So, Shane tried to do a vertical. Some people call them leapfrogs, and blew his knee out. He tried to finish, but he couldn't. All of a sudden, Snoop Dogg came in the ring, stole on the Miz, and gave him a people's elbow. And the funniest looking people's elbow I've ever seen. But even then, before that, the Miz went against Pat McAfee the night before, and Kittle got involved and things like that. So, shout out to the Miz for being once again a company guy. There's nothing wrong with that. We want you to do this, he'll go out there and do it. Definitely a Hall of Famer, even with just his wrestling resume alone. Right shouldn't be this hard. God dang. I had it. I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't leave y'all rocking with me cooking rice. My wife got work today. I want to make sure she got some food. But this rice is just being so difficult. I might as well should have made brown rice. All right, this is the last one. If this is it. She gonna have some risotto today. All right, going back into it. Snoop was running like he smoked some. He did. And the funny thing was, people were talking about him running the ropes, but some people was, one of my guys, Joseph, shout out to him, he was saying, I know a lot of wrestlers talking about how he run the ropes, but some wrestlers running like that. And I was like, ooh, you have to get on nobody like that, but he ain't lying. Some people be scared to run the ropes. But shout out to Miz, shout out to Snoop for calling the audible, praying for Shane, because that was nasty. That was nasty. And then like he tried and then he plopped back down. I was just like, oh man, he's hurt. He's definitely hurt. Seth and Logan was good. Seth and Logan was phenomenal. I thought the person that was in the prime bottle was his brother. because his brother always talked about coming in and stuff like that, but it wasn't. It was KSI, his business partner. I thought he did good. Like a lot of people give Logan a lot of credit for everything that he does, and it's rightfully so. He cares about this business, you know. So shout out to Logan. Y'all really with me cooking rice. Seth did good. Seth looked like him from the Powerpuff Girls. Y'all know what I'm talking about, that little devil dude. Shout out to Midnight for saying that as well, because that was funny, because that's exactly what it looked like. But good matches. It was a lot of good stuff. The triple threat, the 6-woman tag with Trish, Lita, and Becky versus Damage Control. I kind of feel bad for Damage Control, but come on now. Hopefully they do something with it. It was solid action. Like I said. I'm looking at the matches now. I talked about it. I think I talked about all of them. Yeah, I talked about all of them. But before we go, I did want to talk about this, though. So, I know a lot of people have been talking about this. A lot of people have been inquiring about this. What does it mean? The end of the era. This actually happened. So, you know, a lot of people, they have mixed feelings about it. A lot of people like it. A lot of people don't like it. A lot of people, like me, know that it's just ways to make money and get out of your sins, if that makes sense. So, as of Monday, what's the day? Tuesday? Monday. I'll say Wednesday. Endeavor basically bought WWE for billions of dollars. Bought it for billions of dollars. And they're going to do a company merge with the UFC and make their own a public company or whatever like that. This is big news. Like I said, look at my video on YouTube about Endeavor, because I didn't even know what they were, who they were, and I didn't even know that they owned the UFC. So now they're into WWE now. And WWE is going to have a new name change and things like that. So basically, Endeavor is like a talent agency, and it's also a holding company. So basically what it is they can put certain shares out there. They don't have to do anything because they can do trade secrets. They can do a whole bunch of things. The things that they're into, I'll read a comment. I'm wondering what the so-called flywheel is that makes the UFC 12 billion. Yeah, that's the thing. I think some of these numbers are, inflated. I think that some of them are crazy because, you know, some people allow numbers all the time. You get what I'm saying? You know, I can make $100 each month last year and be like, well, I'm worth $1,200 or something like that. So, you know, it's a slippery slope with that kind of situation. But what a holding company is, because it's a holding company and a talent agency, basically. Basically, they can do certain things and not get in trouble for it, if that makes sense. Like, it's very hard to take them through litigation. And that's something that WWE, Vince McMahon, and other people in WWE are very guilty of. So, to me, it's more for that than the money. The money, it's a lot. And it's life-changing and stuff like that. But it's more to just try to start over and stuff like that. Even though they had a chance to. Vince wanted to be in control so bad, he gave up 51% of his company. And I hate to be negative when I say this about that. It's usually never a good ending or happily ever after when you sell 51% of your company. It usually never is, because they change stuff. People can change things. Like, it don't even matter if the contract is as thick as a Bible with all the all 66 chapters in it. Sometimes people just change stuff. Oh, well, I said I'm gonna do this, but I can change it because now I have 51%. That 1% is so important, and to realize they can change stuff out if they wanted to, certain things, you know. I don't know what the new name of the company will be. I'm curious to see what they're going to do. In the video I talked about, some people said that it's a possibility that PLEs or pay-per-views can go up from $9 a month to $50 or whatever. That'll suck, you know. That it depends on what I would want to do. I don't know what's going to happen with the Peacock deal, but we'll definitely see what happens. You know what I'm saying? We'll definitely see. I do think most of this is just to mask from the scandals that Vince is a part of, and I know a lot of people put that just on Vince, but you'd be surprised on how many of these wrestlers and people back in the day was doing some lewd stuff to the men and women in the locker room, you know. So that's a big thing, you know. It's a big deal. If they're gonna do something with UFC or whatever, they can do something like how they had Legends House, have some wrestlers and MMA fighters. You know, a lot of these guys argue with each other on social media about what's fake and what's real. You can do reality, you can do sports shows. You're probably gonna have Brock and Ronda at the forefront because they were champions on both companies. You know what I'm saying? So now you can use something like that with reality. Like I said, UFC or MMA in general has taken like elements of wrestling and used it for selling fights and selling tickets and stuff. You know, a lot of these guys can talk a good game and they probably don't wrestle that well, but just because they talk good, a lot of people want to see them fight. You know, that's not even just MMA. That's like boxing and stuff like that too. So it's curious to see because most of these guys who wrestle or fight for both companies, who wrestle under both of these companies, they always sending jabs at each other. You know, some people joked about it being called the Brawl for All 2.0. I hope not. We don't need to see nothing like that. And if a WWE wrestler takes out an MMA fighter, that's going to be more embarrassing because UFC fighters always talking their gang about that kind of stuff. So we'll see where it goes. So that's it. But all right, what do you guys think? I'm about to head on. I'm about to end this soon. Like I said, huh? When I get up, Mama, I'm in this soon. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Like I said, thank you guys for chilling with me as I made rice. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Like I said, if you have not, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, the Take Home Podcast. You could follow me on Facebook. At the bottom, you see Chris Classic Williams. That's me. Make sure you subscribe to the C3 Ultimate Wrestling channel as well. I enjoyed hanging out with you guys. It's been a while. It has been a while since I've been live. So what I plan to do is I got a show this Saturday, Wrestle Riot 2. It's going to be dope. But I do, starting next week, I do want to start interviewing people again. So I will do that. Like I said, thank you guys for rocking with me. I hope you guys are having a blessed day. My rice is all right. It's okay. It's okay. But I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. This is Chris Classic. Let's take it home. God bless.